I mean, I can show you the cards that I managed to win at the end of last stream. Granted, I'd have to pick a legendary creature with blue in its color identity to show you. I may want to build, something with blue in its color identity. And now, yes, I have all these legendary creatures to pick from. I could build this. I could build this. I could even build this. Did I not see the DM on Discord? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw it. Yeah, if it's about the birthday, then thanks for the happy birthday. This too I can build. This is another commander I used to play, like, way back in the day. Way back as in, like, 2013, I believe. Thinking about it now? Yeah. And yes, 31 strong. It would be really interesting to see what I could do with Xur today. Yeah, I'm sure the game has changed a lot with all this power creep. But I'd love to see what I could do with him today. Also, yeah, first thing I wanted to show is that I managed to win this. I ran this quest for this guy in the blue capital. He told me to go and defeat these 3 major bosses, and they gave me this mystical tutor and some fancy helmet, but no. What really matters is I got a piece of the Power 9. But I guess before I actually seriously try and build the deck, let me look at my enchantment cards that I own, because yeah, this is a legendary creature that just goes and searches out enchantments. I think this is the icon for enchantments, but I could be wrong. It is. Now I'm looking at only enchantments. In particular, looking at everything with a converted mana cost of 3 or less. That's what I can just get out of the deck with Xur here. I don't know, I think sometime in your 40s. Doesn't feel like mine has really started yet. Yeah, we certainly have some stuff we could play in here. I'm just wondering if it's enough to go and just throw a good deck together. I think it might be. I mean, I know eventually I'm gonna have to go into a fallen green castle, which is taken over by every other color of mana, and every opponent's gonna start with a few cards that just would make it absolutely suck to play green, so I was already meaning to build some completely new deck that doesn't run green anyways. I'm just wondering if Xur is gonna be the one I'm gonna go with. Protection from black and from red. I just need enough snow lands to justify running this, and then we should be fine. If I need a way to gain some life. Remove something for I don't know, 2-3 turns. What activated abilities of creatures? Pharmaceutical industry, why would I work in that? +1/+1 for each enchantment you control. And first strike. Enchanted creature can't be blocked. I mean, Xur already flies. I guess I can still put this in here in case my opponents also have a bunch of flyers. Counterbalance. Every time the opponent plays a spell, just if you have the top card of your library with the same converted mana cost as their spell, you can just counter it. I do believe I own a copy of Sensei's Divining Top, so I'm free to just, with that, manipulate the top 3 cards of my library as much as I want. It just seemed like somebody who'd be in the sciences, period. If it would just be another science if it wasn't computers, probably. Yeah, imagine just playing this in my deck, plus Sensei's Divining Top, try to counter all the spells. Counter target green spell, and it's repeatable. Prevent all damage to me, but as soon as a card hits my graveyard, this goes away. GFP badge. Oh, the badge design. Glutton for punishment, you mean? I don't know, just slap that on an opponent's creature to neuter it. Slap that on the field to just get rid of an opponent's creature until this leaves. Whenever a player plays a creature, they have to put a land back into their hand. Painter's designs, every single design got removed temporarily, then came back. +1/+1, protection from creatures. I like the sound of that too. Xur can go grab Stasis. I've only had something to also untap my permanents. I can attack with Xur, he'll tap, and then I could just untap him. Aura of Silence. Oh yeah, this basically just makes me draw like 2 cards a turn instead of 1 if I don't mind losing some life. A creature with lifelink. Not even sure how many creatures I'm going to play in a Xur deck for real. It's probably just going to be him, trying to have him attack over and over again and just put all my best enchantments on the field. Okay, and I become the Monarch too, so if I can just keep that crown, I'll draw a free card every turn. Yay. Creatures can't attack you, unless they pay 2 per attacking creature. Ditto, but white. Especially from, yeah, what I got at, like, pretty much almost everybody left, so... No, really, that begs the question, like, who's still, like, actually doing, like... I don't know if they're actually really, like, adding stuff, they're just removing it. Who's still, like, removing stuff now that you mention? I need to pair this with something that can actually consistently make cards leave my graveyard. He could have taught his mom how to do some, like, game programming. Possibly. I mean, learning how to code's just, I mean, especially with AI and all that, teaching you how, it's like, it's been easier than ever. It's never been easier, I don't think. Oh, Oh, this even has Ward 3. Nice. Alright, so I got, like, I guess, 18 enchantments in here, actually. I'm happy to play. If I could get some big creatures into my graveyard and make dead as well. Or maybe, like, if my opponent has a really good creature that dies, and I can just steal it. Let me see the other cards. It's not just enchantments. I'm gonna do creatures next, actually. Public lobbies are starting to break. How, though? Now I'm just wondering how, exactly. Who knows? I heard Quantum Riddler. I heard that's a really good card. Oh hey, we have Ancestral Recall stapled to a creature. You really think the game's gonna break completely? I'm just kind of like wondering how it would break entirely. That can just draw me a card every single time it attacks. That too can just draw me cards every time it attacks if it can just damage the player. That can just get rid of something on my opponent's field. Buy back a good instant or sorcery with this. If I kick this, make my opponent discard 2 cards from their hand at random and have this enter as a 4/3. Just cheap and effective flyer. When it hits, draw and discard. Basically just help fix my hand. I don't know why this never occurs to me. Roblox keeps updating their systems. That never occurs to me, honestly. Man, now that you mention it, that's probably why it may be breaking. Oh, I guess something to just sit and hide behind. Fog Bank. Can hide behind that. Whenever I cast an enchantment spell, if Zerg just cheats it onto the battlefield, I'm not going to draw from this, but still, I guess, worth running. Anyway, good night. Better make my comeback to Roblox pressure before the game completely breaks. I probably should. Sounds like it actually could completely break. If I would gain life, I can gain twice that much life instead. I have some permanents, I have some enchantments that have, like, ETBs. Enters the battlefield triggers on some of my enchantments. So for example, Journey to Nowhere, when it enters exile target creature, this would let me double up on that. So it's worth a try. Well, I still try and, I don't know, figure out what an ideal Zerg deck's gonna play like in the big old 2026. gonna go look at my instants and sorceries. There's definitely some good stuff in here. Oh yeah, this is an auto-include. We'll even try the Ancestral Recall that makes you wait 4 turns for the 3 cards. We'll try that too. Dark Ritual, if I really want to like that badly, just... We'll see. This for sure, also. Path to Exile, absolutely. Source of Plowshares. Also just absolutely. Those are some good counter spells for 1 mana. Maybe even this. I think even this too. Kill something with 3 or less toughness for 1 mana. Wash Away, self-explanatory. If we're doing Commander, that is. Pretty self-explanatory there. Discard a card or pay 3 life, destroy target creature or planeswalker at instant speed. I'm gonna play that. Destroy a non-legendary creature for 2 mana, instant speed. I'll play that. Straight up counterspell. Destroy target creature, sorcery speed though, but still pretty nice. Destroy target non-artifact creature, I'll go with that one. Opponent discards 2 cards at random. Destroy target creature, you lose 2 life. Mana leak. Mana drain, absolutely. I think probably even this too. We'll do that also. Card draw. That's a land on the back. More card draw. A board wipe. Could destroy all the lands. We could just assemble a good enough board and then just wipe out all the lands. This'll just be a ludicrous amount of card draw. Sure, I'll probably lose a bunch of life, but let's just say I draw like 11 or 12 cards off of this. I just refill my hand. I'm probably winning after I do that. Force of Will, self-explanatory. Dig through time and treasure cruise. Okay, but I still need to actually throw some lands in here. This does need the mana base to function. I'm gonna actually... Maybe I'll just get rid of this. If I draw that very late in the game and I'm already losing Ancestral Vision, then we're just gonna be losing. If my back is to the wall and that's the card I draw, we're just kind of done for anyways. Yeah, very low mana curve we have here. Deck is just stacked to the brim with cheap and efficient answers to whatever I might need to deal with. Maybe if I need the life gain. I think we could still like fit 37 lands in here and probably be okay. Okay, I also want to put this in, and a Sol Ring. I think that too is a good idea. And then 35 lands, and hopefully that's gonna be fine. Alright, let's get our 35 lands ready. Or I cut a non-creature card and just put this in because I can. Okay, absolutely, yeah, put a command tower in there. This goes in. Absolutely put that in. We'll do this. Definitely play this Verge. Absolutely play that. Go for that too. This definitely. I'm gonna take another, like, non-land card out for that Maze of Eth. This definitely. Strip Mine can destroy any land. We'll try that. Tainted Field and Tainted Isle. Undercity Sewers. Underground River. Verdant Catacombs. And a Windswept Heath, and then... I guess, like... Actually, I'll do, like, 6 basics. I think we already have a playable deck. I think it's a playable deck already, in fact. Now I'm gonna save that. Spent like 20 plus minutes assembling that deck. I'm gonna save it. And now I'm curious, where is that Fallen Green Castle supposed to be? I'm gonna see if I can find it. Castle, castle, castle. Castle there. It's gonna be one of these 5. Surely now. But now I gotta just run past trees and whatnot. Green Obelisk. That's not the castle. I believe this is the duelist with the Mox Emerald around their neck. Are you the duelist with the Mox Emerald on your neck? Autumn Willow, I think so. Maybe? Yeah, it looks like it. Whenever opponent casts a spell, if the top card of your library is a creature card, you may put it onto the battlefield. Oh shit. Every time I play a spell, she can just put a free creature onto the battlefield. Oh shit. Unless I remove that as soon as possible. Yeah, have to deal with random creature card potentially every single time I play, so much as Breathe. Or this can just remove this and then make this a lot less scary a matchup. Okay. How much mana does that cost? And how are we already casting this on turn? Okay, it costs 1 less to cast from this. That's like 2 enchantments I'd ideally like to just remove at this point. Yeah, I'm gonna just take my entire turn to remove that. Okay, so only 3 cards in hand. Just looking to see what I can do right now and what I can't. I'm gonna get that Scute Swarm off the field. And that's my entire turn. Okay, just draw a bunch of cards, I see. Alright, so much for, yeah, I guess so much for my opponent being, like, no more, like, cards in hand. So much for that, I guess. Play a land. I'm just really thinking, how do I want to approach all this? What's my approach to all this here? Return all permanent cards from your graveyard to your hand. There's like a lot of them in there, so I think I really need to just get rid of Wrenn and 7 here. I think there's like no way I can let that stay on the field. Hexproof and indestructible until end of turn. Never mind. That's not gonna work. And I just spent 3 mana to do this. X damage to any target. X is 1. And my creatures are dead. Yeah, just back to square one, and now I gotta worry about these, too. I guess if the rest of this just wasn't enough. Yeah, we just got hit with a board wipe. I'm just thinking, does it even matter what I do? If I just play Marath again, like, then what do we do, even? I'll just put 3 cards onto the battlefield instead of just 1. Craterhoof. Oh yeah, it's over. Craterhoof Behemoth. Yeah, my opponent was just drawing, like, way too well for me to keep up. Yeah, their draws were, like, perfectly on point. Don't know what else to say. That drawing was perfectly on point. I mean, if I don't draw a land next turn, how am I supposed to get the 3 mana? Precisely. And now I'm kind of just stuck here because I'm not drawing land. I think this should definitely go. And I'm still just like absolutely stuck here with with only 2 lands. How do you keep drawing this every single game? How do you have Craterhoof Behemoth every single game? Like, it's not even... Like, how? And I'm still stuck on 2 lands. I could block, let's see. Am I allowed to? I would take... Galta. Ugh, Lurking Predators is back. That came way too late. That showed up much too late. Finally. So... And then I'm out of mana. Couldn't find lands. And my opponent's still, and Autumn Willow still just having insanely good draws. Both games having insanely good draws. And then game 2, I just got stuck on 2 lands for like several turns. We can try one more time. Maybe I got luckier this time. Certainly more lands already. Do I want to keep this hand? Yes. Aura Shards will stay where it is, on top of the library. I'm gonna risk giving her a free creature just by... I just really want to set up some board here. I really want to set up a board state here. I just really want to get a board state going. And after doing that... Yeah, I spent my entire turn to remove that. Basilisk Caller. I want to start just getting rid of all of these extra artifacts and enchantments she starts with, so... Source the Plowshares off the top of the deck. Doesn't sound too shabby. Except I don't have mana up for that, so I can't do it. I got nothing else. I think my opponent's actually getting mana screwed. This is good news for me. And now it's gonna get even harder for my opponent just... It's only gonna get harder for my opponent from here now. Especially if I start removing the Mox Emerald and the Emerald Medallion. It's just gonna get harder from here for the opponent to really do much. Just block. Garruk Primal Hunter, create a 3/3. Okay, another land. Alright, now it's my opponent's turn to get mana screwed, it seems. X damage to any target. I'll get that beast token off the field. We're down to 1 mana again. Pass. Those are just going to keep showing up turn after turn. Okay, I'll take that Mox Emerald off the field. So we can have free counters coming in. I believe now I'm completely out of... I can tap this, I can tap this. I think my options are still rather limited. Pass. Sure. Interesting. Don't really want to destroy my stuff, though. Anything got off the top of my deck to cast? Not really. Alright, replay Marath. No, I don't want to destroy my own stuff. I'd rather we don't. I'm tapped out again. Rampaging Bailiffs. But yeah, I know exactly how to get rid of it. Okay, I got rid of the Planeswalker now. That's now gone. Top of my deck, Raphalos. Into the Pit I can just cast off the top, if I don't mind sacrificing stuff as I go along. Can play Fury off the top of the deck, too. If there's still mana for it. I think there is. There is. That's gonna be, yeah, that's gonna be a pretty punishing Fury. Maybe not that punishing. Maybe not as punishing as I thought. I'm gonna say go. I can play this off my deck now too, apparently. Moving to combat. Yeah, I guess even the 1/1 can attack. Draws a card and gains 0 life. I'll attack with everybody. Nissa shakes the world. Oh, Sol Ring, Forgotten Ancient. Alright, I'll just kill that too. I'll just go fetch. I'll play this off the top of my deck too. Aura Shards will remove that Sol Ring, and what else? Just give me that Forest. Passing on absolutely nothing. Oh, Cathar's Crusade. I think I can finally just get rid of Into the Pit. Yeah, we can finally, I believe, get rid of that. Make a 1/1. Okay, Marath, back to the command zone. Passing on nothing again, wow. Do I just win here? I think I do. Obscuring Haze, I actually don't. Prevented all combat damage, so no. Wait, this thing is indestructible or something? Okay, do I win now? Next game. And we gotta just do something like that again. That something being my opponent just gets mana screwed for most of the game. And then I just have a really easy time with her. But yeah, if she just actually has good draws and I don't, I think we all know how this is gonna go for me. Black Lotus. Turn 1 Unnatural Growth. Yeah, they just casually played a Black Lotus. Whenever this attacks on top of lands you control, and oh, it's a 6/8. Taking a risk here, trying to set up my board. Still got something on the board. This is attacking me, right? For 0? 6. Well, I can destroy all artifacts, but what's that really going to do at this point in the game? I don't think much. Thinking not a whole lot. I think I just really need to set up my board as quickly as I can and hope for the best. I'll just take 13 damage. Yeah, I think this just really has to go. Except I don't really have anything to remove. I have this that can remove it. That's about it, though. And after that, like, then what? I kind of spend most of my turn to do this, unfortunately. Maybe I tap this, spend a counter to move it to Incubation Druid, who can now tap for 3. I don't know what else I'm supposed to really do here. Also, yeah, everything's attacking me again. That's 7, that's 2, that's 5. I have to block something. Does anything have trample? This does. Destroy all creatures with mana value 4 or greater, but that's my entire turn spent. And destroy all enchantments. I have like, I think 8 mana total to work with. I think these are the modes I should pick. Still have 2 mana. I guess I can just make some tokens to hide behind. Or just kill that, also. Oh no, I'm just grasping at straws here. Attack with all. Yeah, I'm still stuck at 2 life here. I'm sure this is the only thing I can do to stay in the game now. Hide behind as many little plant tokens as I can. If she has anything with trample, then that's clearly not gonna work. I'll play my Lightning Greaves and pass. I got another turn. That's gonna give us another turn. And if I destroy all the artifacts, that should help a little bit too. But I think first I want to get Marath on the field. Okay, I got rid of my own Ring of Thune as well, but... got rid of a bunch of her shit too. I think we'll wait a bit to start trying to push for lethal. Okay. Didn't even do a dent on my board. Absolutely put more counters on my guys. Why don't I just start killing stuff with Marath here? Especially the 1 toughness creatures, because I have to spend very few counters to kill them. This is going to be a little bit more annoying to try and pick off, though. Five damage. May sacrifice another creature to gain X life, draw X cards, or X is that creature's power. Drew 2 more cards. Gyre Sage is just gonna give me more mana. I need more ways to just, like, really push for damage. Not really just Gyre Sage here. I need to start pushing for something that can actually kill. Okay, that's just gonna get more forests onto the field. Bestow. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, it may pay 1. Attached to a creature you control, can create tokens that are copies of it. Generous gift. Destroy target permanent, its controller creates a 3/3 green elephant creature token. Kinda wish we had a little bit more stuff going on than just that. So if this dies, I can kill this with Aura Shards here. Command Zone, Marath. We'll get rid of that with Aura Shards. And I think we just recast Marath for 7. Don't destroy Aura Shards. I'm all tapped out, so I gotta just trust that I'm not about to get killed by my opponent here. I'm all tapped out. The Great Henge. With no any creatures to play with that? Apparently not. Do you want to pay 2 life? Absolutely no. Do not pay 2 life. Don't pay the 2 life. We cannot pay 2 life here. I'm gonna attack like this. That creature's dead. I'm gonna keep up all my mana for Marath here. If I need to kill anything, she just passed. Okay, now I can actually gain some more life. Prevent all combat damage. Prevent all damage this turn. Okay, you get 1 more turn to live. And it's just gonna be another land. I won with 1 point of life. I won game 2 against Autumn Willow with a single point of life. I spent like the past at least 10 turns or something with 2 life. Landscape Sketchbook, Rise of the Eldrazi. 100 shards. Mox Emerald. And now I have a Mox Emerald in my collection. Let's go. We just got the Mox Emerald also. Let's go. Yeah, spent at least what? 40 to 50% of that game 2 on 2 points of life, and and then yeah, she just completely ran out of gas. And yeah, she just runs out of gas, basically. And then I just, from there, simply just managed to stabilize. So, what's this about dinosaurs? Warning, dinosaurs ahead. Do not proceed unless you wish to go extinct as well. A dinosaur shop. Okay, these are all in colors that my Marath deck could play. I guess except for this one, and maybe also this one. Whenever Ripjaw Raptor is dealt damage, draw a card. Sure, I can easily just do 1 damage to it at a time. Can't be countered, trample, and hexproof. Sun Empire commanders are well versed in advanced martial strategy. Still, the correct mover is usually to deploy the giant, implaceable Death Lizard. Whenever this is dealt damage, untap target permanent. Okay, that's just a vanilla 9/9. Whenever that's dealt damage, exile target creature an opponent controls until Trapjaw Tyrant leaves the battlefield. Interesting. Yeah, when it comes to just removing my opponent's creatures, I'm already just super comfortable with giving Marath Death Touch and just pinging them directly for 1 damage. Once that's enough to kill anything it touches. Because of the Death Touch. Six for 3, but it just, when it attacks, if I don't have other dinosaurs around, it's gonna, like, not untap on the next untap step. I think there's like another, I've seen another dinosaur that can just, every time it's dealt damage, you just go get a basic land out of your deck. I wonder if that one's gonna show up in the shop anywhere. I've seen a dinosaur that lets you just, go get basic lands out of your deck whenever it's damaged. I wanna see if I can find it here. No, I'm gonna find Carnage Tyrant again. Dinosaurs on a spaceship. Whenever this is dealt damage, I can gain 2 life. Yeah, if I just play this from my hand, I can play something from the top of my deck. Exile cards from the top of your library until you exile a non-land card. You may cast it by paying an amount of energy equal to its mana value, rather than paying its mana cost. Seems pretty good. If I can just consistently hit stuff with mana value 1 and 2 and just cast it for free, it seems pretty good. Whenever Polyraptor is dealt damage, create a token that's a copy of it. I just wish it didn't cost 8 mana. But yeah, once I can get this on the field and then just start like pinging it over and over, that just completely spirals out of control. I already have something for my 8 mana creature. That's Craterhoof Behemoth I'm already playing. I can make all my green spells uncounterable for just 1 mana. Yeah, I think this will be just overall nice to pick up. Nice to at least, I don't know, have that as an option if I just find myself against a counterspell heavy deck. It would be nice to have that in the collection. Here it is. Whenever Ranging Raptors is dealt damage, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. There it is. I want to try that in the deck. That I want to give a try. Yeah, just spend random +1/+1 counters to just do 1 damage at a time to my own creature, and then just go get basic lands out of my deck. Maybe I should have some more basic lands in my deck if I'm gonna do that. not really using this to actually give a creature haste, so I think that can get cut. I think I'll just swap that out for another basic. Yeah, if I'm gonna really do just stuff with Ranging Raptors, I should have some more basics in my deck. And we'll come back here eventually. I mainly just teleported here to see if I can spot the Fallen Green Castle. I don't think this looks like the Fallen Green Castle either. No, not really. Maybe up here it could be. Maybe that's it. Down in this corner here. If I didn't see it anywhere else, it's probably in this corner. So... teleport me back. Then I'm gonna go southwest from the green capital. Send me back. Then just go... then we're due southwest. What is this random walking brain doing? Gimbal. We got a random walking brain on the overworld. Okay, it's a gremlin. I don't know why it looks like a brain. That's it. I might as well just play this. Enchanted Land has tap add 2 mana of any one color. Alright. I'll just give him the Greaves and Shroud and Haste. I'll just take this off the field. Create a token that's a copy of target artifact. A light pair of Lightning Greaves. Sure. Pass. Copy Hover Barrier and also Lightning Greaves. Sure, okay. Now, if you don't mind me, I'm gonna just start making elemental tokens en masse. Yeah, I think I'll even just get rid of this glue token. Pass. Alright, you play your commander. I'll just, in the meantime, I'm just gonna play Avenger of Zendikar. just so it stops asking me every single time I play a creature. Do I want to destroy aura shards? Just so I stop getting asked every single time I have to play a creature. Sure. Perfect. Craterhoof Behemoth. I'll just slam this on the field now, too. And Alpha Strike. Really don't know where these extra tokens came from, but none of this doesn't matter anyways. There's gotta be a better way to assign all this extra combat damage. There has to just be a better way to do this. Yeah, I got him to negative 322 life. Auto assign. Is there a toggle for that? Auto assign trample damage. I have to see if there's such a thing. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, create a food token or a treasure token. I think that actually looks pretty good. Is there a toggle to auto assign trample damage? I'll have to look and see. Okay, you can just turn off the possibility of your items breaking after losing boss fights. I didn't know this was a toggle. Play for Ante, that's a toggle too. Prompt for auto sell, card name, mana cost. Is there a toggle for auto assign trample? I'm curious. There's play for Ante. If we want to play this closer to how, yeah, the Micro Prose game from 1997 worked, where you actually have to play for Ante. Enable unknown cards, enable non-legal cards, dispose textures. Vibrate when losing life. I mean, I could just, I don't know, switch to a deck that doesn't just give my creatures like 20 plus power and trample. There should be a toggle for it when I'm actually assigning the damage. I should probably be on the lookout for that. This is the Fallen Green Castle, right? All opponents start with Insight and Bereavement. What was once the Green Castle is now infused with every other color of mana. Insight and Bereavement. So I'm playing a non-green deck. We're trying a non-green deck here. Otherwise, if every single time I play a green spell, the opponent just gets a free draw. No thanks. Whenever a green creature dies, this controller discards a card from their hand. Start with Anvil of Bogarden. Each player draws an additional card, then chooses and discards a card. Two cards that just punish me for... This makes me draw extra cards, this punishes me for drawing extra cards, and well... This does both of that. Yeah, now we have a brand new deck on our hands here. Same equipment, just, yeah, brand new deck this time. Good to know I'm gonna draw a land for next turn. That is reassuring. Oh, draw an additional card, then discard. Of course. I'm trying to just decide what I'm gonna discard. Since I know I'm gonna draw a land next turn. Dark Confidant? Try and get card advantage that way. Yeah, now all of a sudden we're just playing a completely different deck here. Completely different playstyle. Completely different playstyle from what Marath was doing. I don't know, I kind of just want to make myself the Monarch immediately. And just draw even more excess cards. But then again, I should find ways to just get this off the field so I don't get punished for my extra draws. So unless he starts doing combat damage to me, I'm gonna be the Monarch for the rest of the game. I'm gonna counter this. That is one of the most pushed 4-drops of all time. I'm gonna counter it. Force of Will. What are we gonna pitch, though? My graveyard's not really full, so Treasure Cruise. Top card in my deck is another land, but I want to hit this land drop. I could play Zur, or I could just hold up mana to counter things. I'll play Zur. Nekuzar. So I'm gonna draw, like, from this, from my normal draw step, and then from this, I'm gonna lose 3 life here. Plus Dark Confidant. I'm gonna lose 3 life. No, I'm actually gonna probably lose more than that. What am I saying? Going down to 29. Let's just start getting some stuff off the field here. If I do, like, say, X is 2 with Wrath of the Skies, this goes away. I'm just thinking, what do I get rid of? What do I go put on the field? I'll get Nekuzar off the field, for starters. And I'm just thinking from here, how do I want to approach this? Okay, let's play a land. I'll go with black. I'll go protection from black here. Okay, pretty much the same as before, right? Similar to what Nekuzar had on his text box. Discarding, let's see. I have a surplus of lands anyways, so those. 23 life. Pact of Negation, huh? Is he all tapped out? He has one untapped land. I can spell Pierce him. I'll spell Pierce him. Attack like this. Zur is gonna go get an answer to that Spiteful Visions. This would work. Pass. Evacuation, return all creatures to their owner's hands, and now I have to set my board back up. Now, if you don't mind me, let's just get Zur back on the field to start. We're gonna be discarding a lot of cards here, aren't we? Oh, never mind. Nobody has a maximum hand size. Oh, right, Anvil of Bogarden. Nobody discards. Alright, both of us have a new hand, apparently. I don't really think I'm gonna need to draw even more cards. I still have a 9-card hand to work with here. I'm not gonna need more. Shouldn't need any more, really. We still have plenty of cards to work with. I'm gonna pay the kicker, so he also has to discard some cards out of his hand. I'll just have to exile this thing. That way Zur can actually start to do some serious damage. Blue to Delta, Shield Red. Okay, apparently Shield Red's back. I'm gonna lose... Actually, I'm gonna lose 4 life this turn. Should go without saying, let's just get rid of this immediately. Man, I love just having all the answers. Honestly, I just looked at my own hand, didn't I? His hand, wait, he's playing like literally the same cards I am. Oh wait, I looked at my hand. Oh wait, I looked at my own hand by mistake. Whatever. It happens sometimes. But no, really, I just love having all the answers. Fall from Favor's back in my deck, apparently. I don't need to make myself the Monarch again now. I love how this is just getting free +1/+1 counters. How much lands does he have untapped? I think if I do Delve X's 4, he cannot pay the 4. Alright. That's what I thought. Yeah, we're still just swimming in card advantage here. Spirit Mantle. Okay, we beat him. Slow and grueling process, but we beat him. Oh, Polluted Delta. I got, like, a really old version of City of Brass. Nekusar himself, if I want to play it. I think that's actually a pretty good card. In the right deck. That's a very good card, I think. At the beginning of your end step, target enchantment deals damage equal to its converted mana cost to its controller, unless that player sacrifices it. Okay, maybe if I find like a random like boss that starts with like an enchantment with a very high converted mana cost. That would be oddly situational, but I don't know, there's just a slight possibility I find a use for it. And who's this opponent here? Dihada. Binder of Wills, right? Yep. So what does she start with on her field, besides these two cards that don't matter because I'm not playing green? Sword of the Chosen, Souls of the Faultless, Ether Membrane. Okay, so 2 walls, basically, and pumps a legendary creature. And a free land. We're gonna play this hand. Command Tower, Mother of Runes, pass. Play this as a land. Then I'm just gonna say go. Okay, she passes it back to me as well. Alright. I have 3 mana. I could just remove one of these. I'll just wait until some actual threat comes down to play this. Okay. I could just remove that. Make her cast it again. I think I will. Skyclave. Get this off the field. Pass. Creatures your opponent control on base toughness 1. Not anymore. Or discard a card. Not anymore. Shieldred. Each opponent sacrifices a non-token creature or planeswalker. My barrier's gonna go. That's gonna be annoying unless I just attack with Zur and then remove this before it gets a chance to block. I think that's what we would best do. Pass turn. Just de-spark. Okay, have Mom give Zur protection from white. Do you want to sacrifice? Sacrifice what? I lose 2 life and Dihada draws a card? Sure. Oh, what is this doing on my... what is this doing on my opponent's field now? Either way, it's time to start getting enchantments onto the battlefield to help me out here. Seal from existence that away. I still got this on the battlefield. So I still got that on the field. Okay, I guess we can't play Shield Dread of the Apocalypse just yet. Oh, wow. Attack with just this, right? I guess I'll take 10 damage. Oh, hey, Misty Rainforest. Should have maybe actually kept that. Since I'm kind of running low on cards here. Something to get rid of Gisela. I have a snow island, right? Okay, it turns out I don't have a snowland. No, it turns out I don't have one. Protection from red. I guess we gotta try and save it somehow. I'm gonna take 10 more damage here, aren't I? Sacrifice what? A land card? Snow-covered plains. That would have been really nice to have earlier. No, really now. That would have been nice to have earlier. Okay, now I can play Shield Dread, finally. This is now making black mana because I got my island here, finally. What do I have that can just remove a creature outright? I think this is the closest thing we have to that. Aunt the Nice is still in here. Okay, I still got something off the field. I'm allowed to counter this, right? Swansong can counter this. Counter it. Again, it's sacrifice a land, right? My hand is just completely empty. But I guess at least I get to just tutor up an enchantment every single turn. Surely with that we can do something meaningful, right? And then there's also, yeah, I just gave myself the Monarch, so that's big. Alright, I'll take 2 damage from the bird. Sacrifice what, an artifact now? I wasn't using that anyways. Ad nauseum. Might just play this so I can actually refill my hand. Yeah, let's do it. So I can actually refill this hand of mine. We're gonna have to stop here. Now we're gonna have to just stop at that point. I don't know, maybe if I didn't hit Treasure Cruise off of Ad Nauseam, I could have kept going for a little bit more. Okay, let's get some life back. Get some much-needed life back. But now, how am I supposed to gain my crown back? I mean, look at all this shit in the way. And I'm all out of... I'll just make him unblockable. I think that'll work. Unless there's a better way. Unless there's a better way to do this. But I still have this stuff all staring me down too. Because of course I do. Really have no idea where all these creatures just came from either. For each player, choose a creature that player controls. Each player sacrifices all creatures they control not chosen this way. Oh, but you're gonna leave me with Sheoldred the Apocalypse and make me sacrifice another land. I guess I can finally now remove this. That's gone. I'm seriously low on mana again, aren't I? I'll just play a Fog Bank to hide behind. I mean, if Sheoldred wasn't letting me gain so much life, I'd probably be, let's just be real, I'd be dead by now. Ancestral Recall, I can draw 3 cards. And gain 6 life off of that. Sol Ring. I'll play a Dark Tutelage. Still have 2 mana. 3 mana, actually, I still have. Attack directly like this. Oh, just discard a random land I don't need. Force of Will. It's not like I don't have the cards to pitch at this point for it. Attack for 7. Counterspell. Attack for lethal with Sheoldred. And there we go, that's how you do it. Oh, okay, I'm gonna win another copy of this. Interesting, I'm gonna win another Valgavoth Terror Eater. Scrubland, I'll happily take that into my collection. Different, new variant of Deflecting Swat. Absolutely keeping that Scrubland. gonna go put it into the deck, actually. Let's throw this into the deck now, shall we? Do I have Underground Sea? No, I don't. Do I have Tundra? No, I don't. I'll ideally need to find those eventually. I do have Scrubland, so that's going straight into the deck. More Mythic Rares for sale, actually. I can spend some time looking at some of these. I can spend a bit of time to look at these. Probably find something I want to buy here. I already have True Name Nemesis. Grand Abolisher. During my turn, my opponent can't cast spells or do anything, really. Whenever this creature attacks, double the number of +1/+1 counters on target creature. That creature can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. When this enters the battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. If that's another creature, it gains the following ability until end of turn also. That's interesting. That may be worth playing. When this creature enters, search your library for up to 2 artifact, creature, and/or enchantment cards with mana value 1 or less. Artifacts, creatures, and enchantments you can pick with mana value 1 or less, so I guess some Mana Dork. As far as enchantments go, I can't think of any enchantments, but artifacts, I could take Skull Clamp, I could take Gorgon's Head or Basilisk Collar. Yeah, I'm gonna pick this up. Yeah, I can search for Skull Clamp off this, and I can search for, yeah, the Death Touch artifacts. The Death Touch equipment I can search for. There's probably other good things to search for with mana value 1, but the equipment especially. Skull Clamp. I have him too. But yeah, no, really, I'm gonna say it one more time. I can search for Skull Clamp, I can search for Basilisk Collar. I think that's probably all we need, really. Can play an additional land each turn and play lands from the graveyard. I think this is also a really good card. I should just probably pick it up. Okay, that's basically just a reskin to Fairy's Protection. Boro Palace in the Clouds. If one or more creature tokens would be created under your control, instead, create that many 4/4 white angel creature tokens with flying and vigilance. Yeah, imagine just spending 1 mana at a time, getting a 4/4. A 4/4 flying vigilance creature. Every single time I just pay like 1 counter. That's a pretty solid pick also. Alright, who is this guy with the smoking pipe? Satya. Satya, Etherflux Genius. Okay. So, everything to do with... yeah, energy counters. I see. Stuff to do with energy counters, I get it. And since I can just freely look at the top card of my deck, I start with 8 cards in hand and I can look at the 9th. I can look at the card I draw next turn. Why don't I just get into the habit of that if I see if I have like only 2 lands in an opening hand? And then we could just peek at the top card of our deck. It's a land, I'll draw that next turn. This should be fine to keep. Yeah, because I knew I was going to draw that for sure next turn. That was a guarantee. I'll grab a scrub land here. I'll take 1 damage. I put this in here because I can give Zur haste. And he could just attack and go grab an enchantment immediately. I just threw this in there. For, yeah, giving... I can't think of anything else that's gonna really give haste that's not in red. Maybe there's Lightning Greaves. Probably should go back and add that. Menace, so I need 2 creatures to block this. Let's get that off the field. Just block like this. Ancestral Recall myself. Draw 3 cards at his end step, basically. Alright, so can we start thinking about clearing up this board here? So, Zur. Give him haste. And see how I'm gonna be able to start cleaning up this board here. Or just make it hard for him to actually attack. Or make it harder to even attack in the first place. He spent all his mana to put this on the field, and then he couldn't attack. Perfect. What do I get rid of? I think I'll just get this clock off the field. I did play my land already. What's Zur gonna get now? I think I'll also just make his artifacts and enchantments harder to cast too. Okay, maybe I should just make it outright impossible for this guy to play the game. I could just simply make it impossible to even play anything. Alright, now he has to pay 4 to attack with each creature. And then it's just gonna be like, yeah, slowly poke him to death with Zur. Alright, now I'm drawing twice as many cards as usual per turn. Play a land. Play this guy. Every time he does combat damage to a player, I get to draw a card. Let's get another enchantment out of the deck. Ethereal Armor on Zur. Yeah, now he's actually going to start dealing some serious damage. Arcbound Crusher. I mean, it's going to resolve. Don't even know what he's going to do at this point, though. Probably not really anything. I'm kind of just... I'm just taxing him to hell and back. I'm just taxing this poor sucker to oblivion. Alright, now Zur can't even be blocked. That's fine. I'm just gonna do that and pass. I think this actually just kills with commander damage. I've done like an 8, I hit him for 8, then I hit him for 9. This is gonna kill with commander damage. Alright, you can see my Necro Dominance. Yeah, that's gonna be commander damage. Oh, hey. Scalding Tarn. The original printing of it from Zendikar. Battlefield Forge, alright. I'll take the Walking Ballista also. Whenever a creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Well, we'll keep this. Satya Aetherflux Genius. That's certainly another deck I could build. That's a deck also. Sidri. Alright, we're both playing the exact same 3 colors, I see. We'll keep this hand. Yeah, I see enough lands in here, we can keep this. Pass. I'll just block. Same as before. Sol Ring, not bad. Alright, I'll play Zur. And hopefully he sticks around. Okay, that looks good. If I do Wrath of the Skies here, like, X is 3, and then leave... Well, I guess this will stay on the field too. And also just Zur by himself. It's tempting to just do that. Just wipe the opponent's field. It's tempting. What the heck? Leave my opponent with nothing but... Yeah, basically nothing. Spend all their mana to play this. And Zerk can easily just remove it by himself too, single-handedly. You set them up, I'll just knock them out. Ooh, Felwar Stone. Vanquish the Horde, destroy all creatures. To kill just this one creature. I don't know, something tells me this reeks of desperation right now. Anyways, ad nauseum. I don't know, I think I just drew like 11 cards. Sure, I lose like about 15 to 20 life or something, but I'm drawing 11 cards, who cares? Look at all that stuff I just drew. And then you wonder why, and then you wonder, like, why I play this. I mean, yeah, like, look at all this stuff I'm gonna draw. Do I just replay Zur? I'll just hand-rip my opponent first, I guess, into Turok. I'll discard, yeah, one of my cards here. How much mana do you have open? I'll cast a No More Lies to counter that. Shiwarkai Genesis Engine. Mana Drain. Recast Zur. Getting a discount from that Mana Drain. I'll just pass. Wash away. I'll just play another creature. It's not like I can't do that. I totally can. Alright, let's go fetch into, I guess this. Sure. Pay 3 life, destroy this. Turok, Dreadcanter, kicked. Discard your last card. Spirit Mantle. Treasure Cruise. I'll just go draw 3 more cards. Yep. Classic control. I could draw 3 more cards if I even needed to at this point. Alright, make Zur unblockable. Play another land. Pass. I guess, yeah, play your last card. Snapcaster Mage. Can I cast it, though? Okay, I guess I can't. Apparently not. I mean, there's no creatures to even crew any of these vehicles, so who cares? It's not like there's any creatures to even crew these in the first place. That took a while, but yeah. Okay, there's Tundra, there's Watery Grave, there's Supreme Verdict. There's a lot of good cards, actually, for Esper colors in here. I was wondering where this Tundra was. Finally found one. And we found a Watery Grave. And we found another board wipe. That too, can't forget. I think I'll just call it a night. We don't need to do everything in that castle right away. I already did, like, yeah, 4 of the 5 enemies that are just guarding the gate to the actual final boss of the castle. And we already have, like, a really, really successful Zur deck. Just put the thing together, like, not even 2 hours ago, and it's already, like, really successful. Okay, I'm gonna go put this Tundra in. Where is the Tundra? Oh wait, this is my deck. I need to go into actually my inventory, and there it is. And while we're here, I want to also throw that Watery Grave in. I'm pretty sure I can afford to lose the life off City of Rest, though. 2 more, yeah, 2 lands have to come out, though. We're just deciding, yeah, now, which ones will they be? I already have, like, 2 of the other... I still have 2 of the other Surveil lands, and it should be fine. I still have this, and I still have Meticulous Archive, which should be fine. I'm tempted to just go cut a random basic land, or maybe even just sideline this. Not too often I'm having to blow up my opponent's lands. There's still probably a lot of cards I want to go gather for this deck. But even then, what we have right here is already a super solid start. mean, yeah, as you can see, I haven't lost any games with it yet. And I'm specifically going after some semi-strong opponents too.